They'll pop your melon in front of those seeds over that beef and broccoli. He poked his chest, now he can't breathe over that ego popping. I put that glass on my wrist and went window shopping. Gotta sow your seeds, they wouldn't believe on all of the fruits that blossom. Got the enemy toppled, I got the energy, turn it like 20 more notches. I've been trusting the process, no other option really is bigger than me. Got infinity stones inside of me deep, and I let the chakras speak. I will not retreat, you can never compete, your flesh is way too weak. I've been healing, building, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm mocking, stepping, repping, flow electric, time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching, God is beside us. Still ride with a in the fleece, I'ma up my piece if you trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions, go to the high up. These ain't come from the cause, we different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes, I see through the lies, they pop. Piper, warfare with spiritual force, just fighting the demons, really for lifers. I was stuck in the state of me trying to survive. I was ready to rise and ready to thrive and cut off the poisonous ties. Ain't no heart in the game, but even the courage we live in the Wizard of Oz. Get the money and change, we ruin the vibes and checking and jiving. In a turbulent time, and we need a spiritual teaching to keep us alive. No more selling us lies or selling beside me while the enemy hide. Yeah, I'm feeling a change in order, treading dangerous. Dot on his head, dot on his nose. Follow the lamb, don't follow the goat. Pray for the homie, he died from. I've been healing, building, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm mocking, stepping.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. McCarthy. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. And they will set up shop with outstanding field possession in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
Part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Great. 63.
Brown the motion man right. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. Touchdown! Saquon Barkley. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Eagles use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. The touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, nice move. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Like young and somewhat about my business. Yeah, they know what's up. Cause I never gave up. All I know is go and get this damn bread. Don't go against the grain, they taking off your damn heads. I'm running up this door.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
From the 31, here's a 2nd down and 9. Looking to throw McCarthy. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. Here comes 3rd and about a foot.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now they'll change things up. 3rd down, here's Mason. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. The Vikings at a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. They come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Drops it to Jones in the flat. So the completion gets him just a yard. And it'll be 2nd down. You look at this Eagle defense. They've been pretty much a mess against the pass, number 31 in the league.
Theories abound. People have opinions. But too often for this team this season, it's been the big play that's done them in.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 70. Go.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. Deep to return is Darius Davis. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line.
At their own 41-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting a 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Throwing is Hurts. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So this game, Charles, you know, we talked about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 36 yards. And the Eagles are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, heal up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year.
So nothing doing there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. You look at this Eagle defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to it. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And here's Ryan Wright now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this ball is going to be touchdown just shy of midfield.
At the 47-yard line.
Go Silver, ready? Delta, set. Delta.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Rolling to his left. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Very set.
Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Eagles.
Philadelphia.
Dallas Goedert, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead. His great season throwing the ball continues. That last touchdown pass, number 40 for him on the year.
Jake Elliott to kick off for
So
Philadelphia.
how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, I feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse, and this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. And that, very nearly a second interception of this first quarter. He's been really loose with the football, and that's going to need to change as this game moves along.
His early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he
evades the tackler, and there's some space. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Devontae Smith, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the round is on here in this first half. Way more than you hate it. Oh, you mad? I thought that you be happy I made it. I'm that cat by the gun to the good life. Moved out the hood.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia. So
this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 3.
Straight ahead, here's Mason. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They lost 4 there, and it's third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On the move to his left. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's fourth down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it will be Eagles football, first and 10.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do, and you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 3. And an Eagle first down.
Very good.
A first down carry for Barkley. Still going. They can't stop him. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Good, set.
They'll send Brown in motion right.
No touch.
They go play action with Hurts. Flush to his right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Ben, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
Up the middle with Barkley. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Good, set.
Back to throw. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
They'll run for it with Barkley, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Eagles are able to add on to their first half lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And that makes this 35-0 now.
Jake Elliott.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive that deep in enemy territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
18 Cardinal. Check up.
Here's McCarthy. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. And he gets this one in midfield before he's brought down.
17 yards.
First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Here we go. Bronco 80. Ready?
McCarthy off the play fake. Out to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Now McCarthy. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Let's go now.
Going for it. Here's McCarthy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison, 45 yards. And the Vikings take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point forthcoming. And he converts, and it cuts the lead to 35-7. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles. Now he's into the clear again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
On the return, the Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's good for a Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On to give. It's Mason. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
At the 44-yard line.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you take runs like that each and every time, don't you?
That one a first down pickup of 8.
The Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. 18, Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Motion, motion, motion. Ready?
To the air with McCarthy. And he rifles one incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
inside give to Jones. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing is McCarthy. And this one is incomplete.
Touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. And it's incomplete. They could not convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to us about the game one time when you're on defense, and these types of things are happening to you. What goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag. That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This one complete down the field to go. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas got it with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
There go play action. Here's McCarthy. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Andrew McKinnon. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. They love to try to take advantage of his height, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to run it back and try it again, maybe with a little less mustard on the throw.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one and a first down.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They're going to look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Elliott on for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Extra score, Eagles 56, Vikings 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready up!
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts.
That's good.
As they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80. Check up.
Looking to throw McCarthy. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Andrew McCurba. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
A 44-yard attempt.
And that is no good. No good. Line to the left. And they will remain well behind. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? This is kind of like that empty bucket time where you have to put your raw material and make sure you have some different things. That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goddard, 51 yards. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
At their own 29-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. The drive begins with Mason. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And he's got this to Jefferson. He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Blitz.
On play action, now McCarthy. Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation. 63 yards receiving for him now. That last catch good enough for a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On play action, McCarthy. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But the Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down now. Here's 2nd down.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. Under pressure, they got him again. Isaiah Simmons getting by the offensive line and dropping the quarterback.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Hasn't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Back to throw. McCarthy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time I looked to repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Here's Hurts to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Touchdown! Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Eagles just continue to roll. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fighting his way through contact. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. McCarthy. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kevin Winston. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. With the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. They'll hand it to Mason. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So here's a 3rd and 14. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's got his tight end over the middle. T.J. Hawkinson. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Looking to throw. McCarthy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Hurts. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner, but at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
At their own 35-yard line.
Get your money up. I put money down. On all of us.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
And the Vikings, first down. First and 10 at the 47.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mason going to get it on 1st down. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Here's McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they're taking their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Eagles are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, 64 yards. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Oh, look at the juke. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively. Key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And
pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Odafe Oweh in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard, 8-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a handoff to Bigsby. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. In motion right is Wilson. Throwing is Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
Now back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one is incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now McCarthy facing a big fourth quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled.
And the Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10.
McCarthy off the play fake. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive. And my goodness, another interception. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Eagles will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Charles, are still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, and a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
17 at the 43-yard line.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now they run. It's Mason. He had a great move, but it'll still be stopped shy of midfield.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 3rd down and 13.
Let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready?
Throwing is McCarthy. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion at even 20 yards. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score of the deficit right now, but as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Andrew McCormick. And the Eagles are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong.
And got his man complete. Down to the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Elliott now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
To the air with McCarthy. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards the game for number 18. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Open man, that's Felton. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Calling a gain of a yard. And that'll bring up second down.
At the 43-yard line.
Go get him, go get him. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
They will play action. Here's McCarthy. This is caught by Addison. Down the sideline he goes. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Philadelphia,